Welcome back, painting friends. Today we are going to paint a patriotic picture, little hometown America. So colors you're going to need, obviously red, white, and blue, and then brown, black, yellow, and green. I always have my favorite 4 brushes in the studio, my 1-inch flat brush, my 10 6-in-1 round brush. Don't forget to have a rag and a cup of water for keeping those brushes clean. So I'm going to start off by making like a rectangle with a super light blue. So I'm going to use almost all white and just a touch of blue on my brush. And I'm just going to make a rectangle right here in the center of my canvas. I use an 11 by 14 canvas. And I'm just going to go ahead and paint this in. This is going to be the sky behind my window. From there, I could take that brush and I'm going to make a really light, like a grayish brown color on my palette. So I'm going to take a lot of white, a little bit of black, some brown, kind of mix that in. This is going to be the house color. So if you want your house to be a different color, go for it. Change up your house color a little bit, but I want mine to be like a smoky brown color. And I'm just going to paint everything around this, that smoky brown color. With that on there, I'm now going to take this brush and I'm going to add a little bit of brown paint on it. And I'm just going to make a couple of ish lines. And when I say ish lines, like I do not want them to show up all the way, but I just want it to kind of look like the siding of the house. So all I'm doing is taking the smallest amount of brown paint on the very tip of the brush. And I'm just using that brush to make that line across. And then over here, I'm going to try as hard as I can to keep them, on the same level as each other. Perfect. We're going to let this dry. When we come back in, we're going to draw out our windowsill and then lay out where our flowers are going to go. Let's go ahead and get our window frame on here. Now you can make yours a bright white if you want, but I'm going to make mine kind of like a gray color. So a little bit darker than my, what's that called? My building, my house. Clearly I need more coffee this morning. So I've got a nice deep gray color that I'm just going to kind of go right around my window. I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to add some extra white to it. And then down here, I'm just going to make a block that's just slightly larger than my windowsill. This is going to be where my flowers are going to sit. So I'm just making it a little bit lighter. Maybe it's, in the sun a little bit more. And fill that in. I'm going to go back with that darker color. And if you want to add panes in your window, you can. I'm going to add 2 right up here going horizontal. And then I'm going to put 1 that's going to be vertical. You can add as many or as few of those as you want. Then I'm gonna grab my number 6 round brush and some clean white paint. I'm gonna add some little highlights. I'm just gonna kind of go in here and I'm gonna add like a little scribble in the top left of each of these window panes. I'm also gonna add a small highlight right at the top here and right along this edge. Maybe I'll even add an extra little white line, just kind of going down these sides just a little bit. And I can even add some if I wanted to on my little cross beams here. I'm then gonna go in with a little bit of watered down black paint. Anytime I want a skinny little line, I do like to water my black paint down so it's nice and thin. And with that watered down black paint, I'm going to do what I call a ghost outline. And a ghost outline is a line where sometimes you see the line, but sometimes you don't, okay? So we're gonna go through and we're gonna add a little bit of a line around our entire window frame. But again, it's a ghost line, so it's really good at like kind of crisping up your corners. Even if your corners aren't perfect, a small little line there will make them look a little cleaner. All right, let's let our window frame dry and we come back. It's time for flowers. Dry background, let's go ahead and start putting these flowers in. So originally I was gonna do like a ball jar of flowers, but then I really wanna do the whole thing. So I am switching gears. I actually added a second green to my palette. So now I have both a light green and a dark green on there. And let's get going on our greenery. Anytime I paint a lot of flowers, I like to add just like some base green in there. So I'm gonna grab my number 6 round brush and I'm gonna start with some of my dark green and I'm just gonna kind of make some wavy lines that scoop down, okay? These wavy lines can kind of go anywhere. I do like to have things in odd numbers, so you will see often that I go through and count because I'm crazy like that, and I like things to be in odd numbers. So once those are on there, I'm just gonna take my brush right at the green line and I'm just gonna flick my brush out, okay? These lines do not have to be pretty, they do not have to be full, they do not have to be clean. You're just gonna add some greenery. So that's one thing I'm gonna do to that. Another green thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my light green and I'm just gonna make some like long skinny leaves, okay? So just really long, really skinny. I can even add a small amount of yellow to those if I wanna give them a highlight. So I'm gonna add lots of long skinny green leaves. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add both green and white on my brush. And I'm just gonna add spaces of green just kind of popping out. So any place I want it to go, just little bits of green. There could be a lot of them. They can kind of overlap each other. But so I'm gonna lay out all of my green and then we're gonna come back in and add those flowers. Okay, so let's talk about some flowers here. I'm gonna show you a couple different ways to make flowers and then I'm gonna set you free. First of all, my favorite flower is a daisy. And with that, I just use my number 6 round brush and watch this. I just take my brush, I let the top of the brush do the work and I just set it down to make the perfect little petals, okay? I leave that center open and I will put a spot of yellow right in that center, okay? So after I got that in there, I'll just drop a little bit of yellow in there. Super simple. Now, if you want to do a daisy that's kind of like droopy, okay, maybe you see the top bit, watch this. You just take lines and you kind of bring them down. You connect them all to the same point at the top. And then take a little bit of yellow and just put it right there at the top, okay? So those are our daisy for our red, white, and blue. That's our white. I'm gonna use my finger with some red paint and a little bit of white paint, and I'm gonna make some circles. These are gonna be like little roses, okay? These can be a little bit messy, and we will be adding some detail to them in a minute, so don't worry too much. Now for the blue, I'm gonna take my brush and I'm gonna take some blue paint, and then I'm just gonna kind of create like a little triangle essentially of small little dots, okay? And I'm just gonna kind of tap those in there, and I'm gonna go in and add some white to it. And then keep on adding some of that darker blue to it also as it kind of comes down. So that's one type of blue we can make. Another thing we can do is we can use our finger and we can just add a couple of little dots every here and there. We can also add a nice big sunflower. I know it's not really red, white, and blue, but I really feel like it fits that look that we're going for. So I can add like a nice big sunflower in here. So with my sunflower, I'm just making really, really, really nice big leaves. Paint those in. And then grab some brown for that center. I'm gonna add a little bit of white to the edges of these just to kind of make them pop a little bit. The white helps the yellow be a little bit more opaque so that you can't see all the way through it. So white's a really great color to add to yellow if your yellow is a little bit see-through, and a lot of yellows are. Let's talk about the details we're gonna add to these types of flowers. And then I'm gonna, again, just jump kind of into some speed runs here. I'm gonna use a little bit of black paint on all of these. And I'm gonna take just some black paint and kind of outline some of my petals on my daisies and maybe even like part of the circle. And that's essentially the same thing I'm gonna do with the sunflower. Just add a little bit of black to it. Just kind of give it some detail and form. Add a little bit of black to the edge. As far as my roses go, I'm gonna add a little bit of black, and watch how I do this. I'm gonna just kind of make some circles of black. I shouldn't say circles. They're more like little C shapes, right? So little curved lines as I go in. But with my roses, I'm also gonna add a little bit of white highlight at the top of them. My little circles, I'm just gonna add like a small little curve on it. And then for these little guys here, I'm just gonna add a couple little curved lines, just kind of following some of those, kind of randomly. So now that you know how we're making all of our flowers, I'm going to fill this in with flowers. So let's go. Now to really bring the patriotic feel to this, I'm gonna put a flag in here. You could skip that part, you can add it, totally up to you. I'm gonna take my number 6 round brush and I'm going to put a little line, let's say right here, going down into my flowers. I'm gonna give it a small little white highlight. And then from there, I'm going to make the whole flag white and I will add the colors on top of that. So I've got some white paint here. I'm just gonna kind of make my flag kind of go down this way. It's gonna be behind these flowers. I wish I would have thought about adding this before, right? That would have been helpful. Might just paint right over that rose and add it back in. Might be I am gonna do that. Look, I'm gonna paint over this rose. I will put that rose back in after my flag is done. I'm gonna grab my blue paint and add a little blue square kind of right in here. And then you have to remember, the top flag line is always going to be red and the bottom is always going to be red. Now, if you can fit all of them on there, more power to you. If you can't, your goal is just to make sure that you have your red at the top and your red at the bottom, okay? I'm gonna take a little black line and just kind of run it right down here. It's like where the flag is kind of folded back into the wind. Like I said, I am gonna add my red rose back in there. So I'm gonna grab my finger full of red again and throw my rose right back on there. Add those little details on it again. And I'm going to use the back of my brush to just add a bunch of little polka dots up here. I am not going to count to 50, okay? This is a teeny tiny painting. So I'm just going to throw a bunch of little polka dots on there. See how close we get to 50. And there you have it. When you're finished, find a color that's going to show up well on your canvas and sign your name. I always put my initials down here in this bottom right corner. Remember, I never get to see what you're painting at home unless you take a picture of it and you post it on my Facebook page, Painting with a Purpose. Make sure that you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Painting with a Purpose, so you're kept up to date on all of my tutorials. And remember, as always, stay kind, stay creative, and stay safe. Have a great day, friends. Bye now.